We love Diablo. So we knew we want to use mobile devices as the platform for a new Diablo game, because nothing brings a family together like slaying demons. The current plan is to be on mobile, both Android and iOS. We don't have any plans at the moment to do PC. Do you guys not have phones?
Yeah, you guys all have phones,
got a phone.
right?
You can play on your tablet too.
Hey, just was wondering, is this an out-of-season April Fool's joke?
Thank you.
So, if you follow gaming news, no doubt you've heard about Blizzard announcing Diablo Immortal for mobile devices at BlizzCon this past weekend, and the insane amount of fan backlash that has followed. At the time of this recording, the cinematic trailer on YouTube is sitting at 14,000 likes and 360,000 dislikes. And that's with Blizzard seeming to try to tamper with this via relisting it, taking down comments, but at the end of the day, there's nothing they can do to stop this tsunami of hate this game is getting. And I'm going to be honest, as a fan of this series, I think this backlash is completely justified. This series has been the redheaded stepchild of Blizzard for a long time, while their other IPs flourish with regular updates, new games, remasters. StarCraft 1 recently got a remaster, Warcraft 3 was announced at BlizzCon to be getting a remaster, and World of Warcraft is getting a re-release of sorts with WoW Classic. And Diablo 1 and Diablo 2 would be prime candidates for some sort of remake or remaster, but no, they're just sitting there with Diablo 3, essentially in maintenance mode for what feels like forever at this point. After so much silence on the franchise, many believed last year, actually, not this year, last year, that we were actually going to be getting an announcement for Diablo 4. But what did the fans get? Nothing. The 2017 opening ceremony for BlizzCon happens, and we see new characters for Overwatch, Heroes of the Storm, StarCraft 2, an expansion for Hearthstone, an expansion for WoW, and I don't even know if Diablo's name was even mentioned during the BlizzCon 2017 opening ceremony. I mean, I'm sure it was somewhere in passing, but it certainly wasn't featured in any way. So, okay, harsh, that sucks. The rest of the year goes by. Again, the other games, very active, more updates, more content. Diablo 3 basically gets nothing, which brings us all the way to this year's BlizzCon. Diablo fans were completely shafted last year, so they've got to do something to make it up to them, right? Well, I guess this is it. A mobile game, an outsourced mobile game by this Chinese developer. So right off the bat, don't be giving me this, oh, it's a passion project, labor of love BS, okay? Like some of these idiots at gaming sites are trying to peddle, oh, gamers are being entitled, being mean to the poor developers who just want to make great games they love. It's a wonder why no one trusts you guys. Hey, I write about games for a living, let me rant about how much I hate the entire gaming community. Yeah, cool, have fun with that. But these devs are adults. They run the Diablo franchise with forums that have been filled with unsatisfied users for years now. I think they can handle the criticism, they'll live. And what do you expect? It's a cash grab, no matter how you want to look at it, as most mobile games are. And I'm not even saying there's something innately wrong with that. And I don't think most Diablo fans really do either. The whole if you don't like it, don't play it deal would work, it'd be fine if they offered up something else. Like I said, Diablo 3 has been in maintenance mode for a long time. These players have been replaying the same content over and over again in the season modes. And keep in mind, these are the people who come to BlizzCon. This is your core audience you're making these presentations to. These are PC master race type folk, okay? Not the people who play Candy Crush on their phone while they wait for the bus. And you close out what is essentially your company's own E3 presentation with this? I don't even know how you could expect a different reaction. And like I said, you can do a Diablo mobile game, outsource it to some random dev to slap together something that will milk the whales, and maybe it'll even be a decent game. But how could your core audience see this as anything but a slap in the face when you offer this up as essentially the next big thing for Diablo? Again, if it's not, then put some focus on what is. These Diablo guys came up on the stage multiple times throughout the weekend to talk about Immortal, and each time they referenced how there's multiple Diablo projects in development, even making jokes like, guys, we've told you, there are multiple games we're working on, this is just one. But it is the one you decided to feature on your biggest stage of the year. You could have shown this somewhere else, like what Nintendo did with Super Mario Run. They had Miyamoto fly out to the Apple keynote event to be like, here you go, can now play Mario on your telephones. They didn't like close out their E3 Nintendo Direct that year with Super Mario Run. Nintendo can be tone deaf at times, but at least they're not this bad. And personally, what irritates me the most about this is lore-wise, it actually sounds interesting. The game will be set between Diablo 2 and 3. We're going to see what happens to characters after Diablo 2, as well as some of the origins for people from 3. Past and present foes are set to return. In terms of the lore, it sounds awesome, which, having it restricted to a mobile game makes me even more angry about the whole ordeal. And yes, Blizzard, we all own phones, but that doesn't necessarily mean we want to play games on them. Because they said, at least for now, there are no plans to have this game on anything else, and it'll probably be littered with microtransactions, let's be real. Another question they dodged, of course, maybe they will just sell it for a flat fee, but I doubt it. They got asked during a Q&A how they plan to monetize the game, and they danced around the question, saying they have no clue yet. The game looks like it's pretty close to done, going off the gameplay they showed, but they're not sure how they're going to sell it yet. I doubt it, but I also do understand why they would want to try to avoid any more negative attention over this. And here's the main thing to me, because like I mentioned in the beginning, you've got a lot of these gaming news sites doing damage control over this for some reason. I don't know if they were like paid off or what. But even beyond the angry comments and mass dislikes, I would direct people's attention to the game's demo area at BlizzCon. Tons of pictures surfaced out of the con with the area pretty dead, almost vacant at times, which tells me that many of the core fans who probably flew out to BlizzCon with hopes of being able to play some newly announced games didn't even care enough to check it out. And you know what else really sucks is this announcement was made the same day Diablo 3 released for Nintendo Switch. And again, if you've been following gaming news, you know which one of these have been dominating news topics. So I do feel bad that this fantastic port, I've been playing it all throughout the weekend, seems like it's really going to get overshadowed by this mobile game announcement. Anyway, with that, this video's a wrap. Just wanted to put my 2 cents in on this whole Diablo Immortal deal. Not only do I think the backlash is justified, but I don't see how they could have expected anything less. It was the wrong game at the wrong time and in the wrong place. Not very well thought out at all. Like I said, I don't even think making a Diablo mobile game itself is that big of a deal, but after so long with no news, no updates on this franchise, you show off this as the closing announcement for your big show of the year, leaving these fans pretty much in the dark for so long while all these other franchises you own thrive around it, and then finally giving them this? I could have told you that people were going to annihilate you online. And these white knight game journos defending them like this is their dream game we're hating on, they need to just chill out. It's an outsourced mobile game. Stick to reviewing episodes of The Walking Dead like good gaming journalists, okay?